Hello and welcome to today's Sims live broadcast. I'm Ryan Vaughn, producer on The Sims, and it is a very exciting day here in the Sims studio. We have some brand new announcements coming from the world of The Sims 3, and I have a very special guest joining me from The Sims 4. Did you guys hear about the big announcement a couple of weeks ago? I bet you did. All right, before we kick things off, I want to remind you, you can ask any question you want using the Cover It Live box below, or if you're on Twitter, tweet at The Sims 3 using the Sims3LB hashtag, or excuse me, the Sims hashtag. Coming up, we're going to have some very exciting news from The Sims 3 and some very special guests from The Sims 4. Today, I want to talk a little bit about The Sims 3 though. We have a very exciting summer coming for you. Coming up next month, we have The Sims 3 Island Paradise releasing on June 25th. This is a awesome, sweet, amazing expansion pack coming for The Sims 3. You're gonna have houseboats, scuba diving, maybe even a little island hopping. It's looking so cool. Then later in the summer, coming September, we're gonna have The Sims 3 Movie Stuff, a brand new stuff pack that is full of all the things you need to tell some very iconic story moments. It's so cool, it's looking great. And then later in the year, we have a future expansion coming that we're gonna share a little bit more details on in the coming months. So get ready for a huge summer in The Sims 3 expansion and stuff pack world. But I don't want to forget the store. The Sims 3 store has some really cool worlds lined up. And if you guys caught the last broadcast, you may remember the Sims 3 Dragon Valley, which is the next world coming. How could you miss those awesome dragons? It just so happens that I have Lisa Smith, producer from the store team, here today to share some more info on the Sims 3 Dragon Valley. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, hey guys. So last time I was here, I was able to give you a little sneak peek into what Dragon Valley was all about, and I really hope you enjoyed our dramatic video. But before we get started with Dragon Valley today, I want to tell you about a really awesome opportunity on Origin right now. So if you're new to the Sims 3 store worlds, it may seem a little intimidating. So what Origin has done is created a custom world bundle with two of my personal favorites, The Sims 3 Monte Vista and The Sims 3 Hidden Springs, all for the price of one world. So you definitely want to check that out on origin.com if you haven't yet. So let's talk a little bit more about Dragon Valley, come back to the point. To get us started, I'm going to kick off a little intro video, which is the camera fly-through for Dragon Valley. As you know, we love to show it. And I think you'll really enjoy the camera panning over what is, I think, is a really gorgeous landscape. The Sims 3 Dragon Valley is a world filled with fun, fantasy, and best of all, baby dragons. Stay tuned because later on in the show, I'm going to show you the bright new Sims, amazing new items, and each of the dragons in action during a live gameplay demo. For now, I'm handing it back to Ryan.
Thanks, Lisa. You cannot believe how much Cover It Live is blowing up right now. I'm looking on my feed and people have so many questions for you. It is awesome. So I hope you're ready to answer some a little bit later in the show.
I'll be ready.
All right, thanks, Lisa.
Thanks.
Well, you guys heard it. We have the very first live demo of the Sims 3 Dragon Valley coming up later in the show, so make sure to keep watching. But now I have a very special guest joining me in the studio. I'd like to introduce Rachel Franklin, executive producer of The Sims 4. Welcome, Rachel.
Thanks, Ryan. And hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be here making my debut on the Sims Live broadcast. So I thought since it's my first time meeting everyone that I would take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself and then also to tell you a little bit about the team developing The Sims 4. So as for me, I love video games. I've been in the video game industry for forever. And The Sims for me is one of those inspirational games because of how truly unique and special it is. I'm a huge fan, and I especially admire all of the millions and millions of fans around the world for their creativity and passion. So it's all of you that inspire the creativity of the development team here at the Sims Studio. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the development team. We have over 100 people developing The Sims 4. And a lot of them are names that you would recognize from The Sims 3. In fact, I have the honor of introducing you to one of our very special producers today. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Ryan Vaughn.
Surprise! That's right. Today I'm so excited to say that I'm going to be working on The Sims 4 as well. This game is looking so cool, and after working on the Sims 3 base game and all the expansion packs and really seeing all of the cool stuff our players have created and the stories they've told, cannot wait to do it again on The Sims 4. This game is huge. It is looking so good, and it's just so exciting.
It is exciting. So actually, I thought we might be able to take a moment and reminisce a little bit about your first experiences with The Sims and what you're looking forward to in the future. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Cool. And then maybe we can take a question or two from Cover It Live or Twitter.
I'm sure there'll be a couple good ones.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a walk down memory lane first.
Okay.
Tell me your first memory of The Sims as a game.
That is a good question. I think one of my very first memories, or at least the one that really made an impact on me, were those TV commercials for The Sims 2 Pets. They've actually, I think they brought in players from around the community and had them tell their stories using The Sims and then created commercials out of those. And I remember thinking it was so cool that this big company, EA, would bring in the actual players to create their commercials.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And then I think what really kind of made an impact on me was the fact that players were able to use this game to create these really funny and rich stories. It really imparted to me the specialness of The Sims, and it's a big memory of mine from The Sims world.
That's really cool. And actually, my first memory is right about the same time.
Nice.
I bought the Sims 2 base game for my niece. And we busted it open, and the very first thing that we did was recreate ourselves as Sims.
Nice.
Of course. And yeah, you got to. I realized that actually this wasn't just a game for her. It was a game for me too.
Yep.
So very cool.
Definitely.
Okay, so tell me about your very first Sims game that you worked on.
Okay, so my first Sims game was way back in the Sims 2 days, and I got to work on the Sims 2 Castaway, and that was a really cool experience for me. I got to jump into the Sims, figure out what it was all about, play it a lot, and really, you know, getting a sense of how special the game was. And it was so much fun meeting all the people. The Sims studio here is so cool and so much fun to work with. And then after that, I had the really cool opportunity to move on to the Sims 3 base game.
Awesome.
And that was a really fun and special time around the studio. Finishing that game and then getting to launch it to everybody who had been clamoring for it for years. It was so much fun and just this really rich, special experience in the studio.
That's cool. Now you get to launch another one,
yes,
huh?
exactly.
To do it again.
Exactly. And that's what I'm really so excited about is we launched The Sims 3 and along with the launch of The Sims 4, I cannot wait to see how much people are going to use the game, the stories they're going to tell, how much they're going to take advantage of this next generation of The Sims to really push their passion through into creativity. And seeing all the stuff they're going to create, I just can't even imagine. I've been blown away by the stuff they've made with The Sims 3.
Absolutely.
And I can only imagine the stuff they're going to make with The Sims 4.
Very cool. Well, for the last question, I'd like to actually take one from a fan, okay? So, what have you always dreamed of your Sims to be able to do?
That is a good question. I think one of the things I always dream about is going to the moon. And if you could actually send your Sims to the moon, like get them in a rocket ship and have them blast off and go up there and come back with space rocks or something, it'd be so cool. We could do something like, you know, have the Sims do spacewalk when they get back, or do the moonwalk when they get back from the moon. So it'd be really fun. And that was a great question. I think
that is a good one.
I think it'd be a lot of fun doing that.
Cool. That sounds awesome. Well, that's all I have for you today, Ryan, and that's all I have from The Sims 4 today. So please, if you'd like to learn more about what's to come, tune into our next live broadcast on June 18th, and I'll leave it to you to say what's next, Ryan.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Rachel.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it. The next Sims broadcast is going to be June 18th. We're going to have some more special guests from The Sims 4, and along with that, we're going to be showing off The Sims 3 Island Paradise. More on that soon. All right, I think it's time to get to the point you guys have all been waiting for, the very first live gameplay demo of The Sims 3 Dragon Valley. I'm going to bring the Queen Kalisa herself back on stage to give you guys this awesome demo.
Hi guys, okay, so I'm really excited to show you Dragon Valley. I have to tell you, holding in all these secrets for the past couple of weeks has been awful for me. You all had really great questions about Dragon Valley, and of course, Sim Guru Tater Tot won't allow us to say anything. So I'm very excited because now the leash is wide open and I can show and tell you all of it. So let's go ahead and jump right into the game. I know you guys are crazy wondering about the dragons, so let's just hop in and watch them play. So this is the O'Connell family. It is the focal family of The Sims. Seamus O'Connell here is our mayor, and this is one of actually the very few human families that we have in the game. So we really tried to go more into fantasy with this world. So we played a lot with the ear sliders and the skin palettes that we've had in the game to really create elven Sims to go along with our fantasy world. So let's have our O'Connell family here take out the dragons. I have already named them. The red dragon is Archimedes, the green dragon is Emmy, and the purple dragon is Ampersand. Ampersand is my favorite word, in case you were wondering. That's why I named him Ampersand. So let's go ahead and go to Shauna and have her explore her dragon. So Shauna has the green dragon, which is the dragon of the earth. So one of the really cool things you'll be able to do with the green dragon is summon treasure. So now you don't have to use your collectible helper. You don't have to go scoping around for things. You literally just have your dragon fly in the air and they'll be able to summon treasure directly at your feet. With a very dramatic camera shake and a very startled sim, you have some brand new treasure right at your feet. You don't have to go searching and toiling for pink diamonds anymore. Another really amazing thing, and the thing I begged for, and on Twitter I may have mentioned gardening. What you can do with the green dragon is harvest all of the plants on your lot. I specifically asked for this because as a gardener sim, it's really painful to harvest all of your plants. You see here, Shauna's inventory is full with all the vegetables that the dragon harvested on the lot. Because usually by the end of it, your sim is tired, your sim is angry, your sim is hungry, and you can't get anything done. Now with the dragon, you instantly harvest your entire garden. So now we'll stroll over to Morta, who has the purple dragon, which is the dragon of friendship. So one of the things that I really missed from The Sims 2 was people randomly coming to visit you at any given time. Sure, they'll call and they'll invite you to go out places, but they don't actually come to visit you anymore. So now you can summon them without their will or consent. Just have them appear to you. Whether a friend or someone new is especially beneficial, I think. Because Moore now has met Cassidy Prendergast, and from someone she didn't know before, she is now a friend instantly from her purple dragon. Another amazing thing the purple dragon does is give you the Be the Life of the Party boost, which immediately makes any party you're throwing the best party it can be. So in case you haven't bought that lifetime reward yet, this is the dragon to get. All of your parties, including some of those bonfire ones from university, will be really epic. So let's head over to Seamus, who has our red dragon. Now the red dragon is a little bit mischievous and he likes to set people on fire. So Seamus is feeling a little mischievous himself. So he's gonna go ahead and shoot a fireball at poor Cassidy, our new friend. You don't want to shoot fireballs at your family. That's not really great for Thanksgiving. So he's going to put Archimedes on his shoulder there. And Cassidy's going to stroll over thinking they're going to have a casual chat. Oh, how you doing, Seamus? How's life going? Oh, no. He's going to shoot a fireball at you. So Archimedes flies in the air and... Oh, she's lucky. He missed. Oh, that actually does not happen very often. So you guys got to see one of the times when Archimedes does not hit his target. Archimedes is, of course, the name of my red dragon. Does not have to be the name of yours, but it's a great name. You should name your dragon that. Just saying. So, another thing that the red dragon does is cast Fiery Torment. It's another way to set Sims on fire. He's not the nicest guy, you should know. The dragons also have a really great benefit called Mark of the Dragon, and each of them have a different color and do a different thing. So the dragons are so cool that they actually increase your bodily needs as a human being just by being around them. So it will increase your energy, your hunger, your bladder just by holding onto your dragon, and each mark does something different. As well, talking to your dragon will increase a different skill each time. So talking to the red dragon increases athletic, talking to the green dragon increases your gardening, talking to the purple dragon increases your charisma. And you may have seen through a leak that there is a fourth dragon, but the armored black baby dragon, complicated name, But he is actually not a part of The Sims 3 Dragon Valley. He is a part of a special unlock that you get when you also purchase the Duke of Beau's Renaissance Fair venue that I'll be showing you very soon. So now that we've got a little bit of the dragons going here, I know that was a lot of information at once. They really do a lot. They are very rich NSO, and they are so premium items, sorry, player facing. They're really, really fun to play with, and I think that you're going to really enjoy having them in your home. So this is the new items that come with Dragon Valley. This is actually the orphanage. I feel like sort of a bad person for tearing apart the orphanage, so I could show you all of the items, but we needed a really big space, and this is one of the largest houses. So here we have on the wall our brand new tapestry with 4 different stencils that definitely play into the medieval fantasy thing that we're leaning into this world. Each of our items are very unique in that way. We have the wisteria here, which is similar to the ivy that you saw in the venue for Monte Vista, except that it has a root that can place it back to the ground. So you can literally start from the ground and work your way up any building that you're decorating. One of my very favorites is our new bathroom set, which is currently being broken into by a tree. One of the things I really wanted was something that felt a little more authentic. The $1,600 flushing toilet didn't really seem like it would apply, so we made our own chamber pot. It does still flush, so just kind of ignore that part. You don't want to, carry out the awful mess that comes with chamber pots, but it is a chamber pot. We have a sink that also goes without plumbing, and this really gorgeous tub being attacked by a tree that is also completely without pipes. So you see the water come out of the wall, and it's actually a really gorgeous tub. We did make a first, second, and third story column. We know that you guys are really wanting the second and third story, so we make definitely sure to include it. We have 2 versions of our outdoor street light, a short and a tall, for your customizing pleasures. This very awesome armor statue. I mean, we all have our ideas of what medieval armor might have looked like back in the day, but I kind of like the idea here of the warrior woman with dragon wings. I think it fits. We have a dining table and high back dining chairs, which of course is completely color completable, texture completable. You can make it any way that you want. We have our brand new door that has many different stencil choices as well. The brand new arch that goes with the door that you can see here. Our amazing roof decor that I sort of have splattered around this roof. You can see the ornate ridge that you've seen in a number of screenshots already, and you guys are going crazy for it. That is here. A simpler ridge for, your less wealthy Sims. A lantern and a roof ridge, which is in the shape of course, a dragon. It fits. We do have 3 different roof types, and this is one of them that you see here. We also have a brown thatch roof as well as a slate roof. And here is our stone fence with the gate in between. It makes a really great barrier for any future dragon attacks that might appear, just to let you know. Oh no, she's trying to leave our group. Don't leave, Morta. You're part of the family. So here are the new trees. I know you guys are always interested in plants. We have an oak, an elm, and this silvery umbrella tree, which you need a silver tree in a fantasy world. It had to be. And it also creates a really fantastic palette when you're looking at the entire world top down. Seeing these trees dotted around the landscape really gives it a nice, beautiful fantasy feel. Another plant we have is the heather, which makes a really great ground cover and gives your garden a really nice pop of color. For our world poppables, we do have a 5-piece ruin set. You guys, ruins. You can twist them, turn them, toss them, and create your own customizable ruins. And you'll see several of them laying about the world already. We have 7 new decor gravestones. I'm sorry, you can't attach a ghost to it, but it definitely will fill out any type of graveyard you want to build in any other city. We have the well you've seen in screenshots, also decor, and a stone wall fence that goes along your world. So you may have seen a couple more items peeking out here, and yes, these are special items. This is called the Celtic Land set, and it is actually a free bonus set that you get with the gold version of the world. So the standard version will have the world and the baby dragons and all of the items I showed you just a moment ago. The gold version of the world will have the world, the baby dragons, the items I showed you a moment ago, and this Celtic land set, which, while a little outdoorsy for where we were really going with the world, really complements it quite well. So if you have this set and you have the world, I think you'll be good to go. So I think we spent enough time on the items there. I really want to make sure in the few minutes I have left here that we show you guys the Duke of Beau's Renaissance Fair venue. Let's go to it now. Let's go ahead and have our family come over here. And while they're strolling over, I'll talk to you about it. So one of the things you may have seen lurking about this store a couple of months ago was a poll about archery and violin. And actually that combination was the winning combination in that poll. So do pay attention to the polls. Sometimes we ask questions for fun, and other times we may take your ideas and actually apply them to the game. So we did apply them here. This is our very cool archery range that once our Sims arrive, we'll be taking a shot at. And we do have violins laying all around the venue. The venue comes with a lot of amazing items and was built by one of our very, very talented artists. And it includes my favorite thing, a brand new community grill. If you've been playing since base game, you know that same wrought iron grill that's in every park and really just want something new. So I begged them to create a new grill because I really wanted a new grill. Another really great item are these tents. They are tent sculptures, but your Sims can go beneath them. So we've set out a number of picnic tables and tables at which they can eat. Let's see if they're here yet. Are they here? Are they too busy playing with their dragons? Yeah, they're here. Okay. So let's have Shauna and Seamus come and challenge the board to a couple of things. And Morida, who's a little too good for archery right now, is going to bounce around and play the violin. Now, I just want to remind you that this amazing venue, while definitely themed for Dragon Valley, is not a part of the actual Dragon Valley bundle. This is sort of how the farmers market was to Monte Vista. It's a complimentary venue. So if you do end up getting the gold bundle of the world, you'll have just enough sim points to purchase this wonderful venue. And as a reminder, with the venue and the world, you will be able to unlock the black baby dragon, which is very, very exciting. And another reminder, this world is a retail world, so it will not be available to purchase with sim points. So if you've been saving up for your sim points, I'm sorry. This world is only available with cash. So I think that's about all I have time for today. I think we're good.
I think it's time for some question and answer.
Okay.
I've been following along on Cover It Live while you've been doing your demo, and it is absolutely blowing up. People
Yay.
are raving about the roof decor, about the ruins.
Yay!
It is awesome. So there's actually been quite a few really good questions coming through, and I think one of the first ones I'm wondering about is can you, so the dragons come in this world, can you take them into other worlds with you, or are they just in this special magical world?
Oh, no, the dragons can go anywhere. One of the things that we really try in the worlds to do is make sure that everything that we build for the world can really be used anywhere else that you want to create your own story. So the dragons can go with you to Sunset Valley, to Riverview, to Moonlit Falls, anywhere you want.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. It's going to be so fun cruising around Sunset Valley with dragons on my Sim's shoulders. It's going to be great.
Especially if the other Sims don't have them yet.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been a couple polls coming through on this, and I think people are liking the purple dragon the most.
Oh,
which one is your favorite?
My favorite is green, but I kind of announced that with the harvesting. I love having gardener Sims, and I hate huge gardens. Because you lose an entire sim day. So the green dragon is sort of my baby.
Excellent, excellent. Well, people are clamoring to hear more about the violin. Can you give us some more info on the violin?
Yeah, so the violin actually has two separate sets of songs. You'll have more traditional music, and as your sim scales up in skill, you'll actually unlock some of the more medieval music. So it actually is a new instrument. We are very happy to include, and it's looking pretty great.
Excellent. Okay, so a question about the Ren Fair venue. If I purchase the venue, will I be able to use the objects in it and build by, or are they just going to be based in the venue? Like, am I going to be able to take the violin and the archery range and place it in my household?
Oh yes, no. You can place those. I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. No, all of the items can be used wherever you want and build by, like all of our other venues.
Okay. So big question here, and I've been wondering this too.
Uh-oh.
Dragons are looking awesome.
Okay.
It's so cool seeing them on my sim shoulders. How exactly do I get a dragon?
So you can get a dragon you can purchase one through the buy menu. They're very easy to buy, and they're actually in, I believe, 4 or 5 different sorts. So they're not very difficult to find within the sort at all. And if you're lucky, you may be able to find one spawn at various places throughout the world.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So they actually hatch, huh?
They do. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to show you the hatching because I wanted them prepared with their dragons. But the hatching is actually a really cute animation. I think you'll enjoy it when you see it.
I've seen it before, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
It is so cute. These dragons are really amazing. So a couple more questions coming in here, and people are wondering what you kind of used as your inspiration in creating this world. It's kind of looks like a medieval-y theme. Like, was there any kind of special period or place that you based this world on?
Yeah, so the fiction for this world is really interesting, and I can actually touch upon something else that I saw in the forums where a lot of people were concerned about some of the more modern aspects coming into the world. Before we even thought about really taxis and cell phones and the like, it was always planned that this world actually is in modern day. And the only reason why it looks like a medieval town is because it's incredibly difficult to get to. You can only get there through like a very harrowing journey on a ship, and usually your ship will crash and you're not found anymore. Most people can't get here, so a lot of the modern conveniences just haven't made their way to this place yet. So you found this kind of secluded place that's a little lost in time. But the world as it currently is a couple generations after the first O'Connell landed in the world. So they do have some of the more modern conveniences that are slowly but surely making their way into the Sims' lives.
Excellent. That's so cool. So more questions coming in about the Ren Fair venue.
Okay.
People are wondering about archery. Is there a skill behind it? Can I get better at it, or is it just a fun thing? Nice.
There is a skill. You can get better at it. That's it. It's awesome. As you keep going, the gauntlets get harder and harder, and you'll see some really cool stuff coming out of that archery range. It's not just the one swinging thing. It looks really, really cool.
Sounds like quite a challenge.
Yeah.
That's great. So people are asking about elves. Are there any elves in this world?
So they're not a new occult type, but we did try to make them look like Elven Sims. So we really played around with a lot of the features that have come out from other EPs, like the skin palette has gotten huge. So now we're playing with blues and reds and greens, and the Sims actually take on a different look and feel, and their eyes and their ears. So we really wanted to create a fantasy Elven type of Sim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to play with my elf sims and my dragons. So if I have a dragon and my elf sim has a dragon, how many dragons can one sim have? Can you have a bunch for a family, or can one sim have just one dragon, or how does that work?
It works kind of interesting. There is a limit on the dragons. You can only have one in your inventory at any one time. And then with one in your inventory, you can interact with another dragon of another color on your arm. But in terms of how many you can have, you can fill your house with dragons. You just won't be able to interact with them all at once.
The dragon household.
Yes.
That would be so awesome.
The most
I can just picture
saw
it.
at once was 50. It was impressive.
Goodness. All right. Well, I think we have time for just one more question. And
okay.
People are wondering, will the dragons ever grow up, or are they just special magical baby dragons?
They are special magical baby dragons, and that's also a part of the fiction. So this town was actually ravaged by the dragon attacks, and the first O'Connell brought some knowledge from his country, we're not saying which one, that taught them how to tame dragons and teach them to stay small. So they do stay baby dragons forever. They do not die, so they're a fantastic pet to keep around, and they won't harm your town.
Eternal dragons that won't burn your town to the ground.
Isn't it great?
Can't ask more for that. That's awesome. Well, I think that's just about all the time we have for questions today.
Great. And just a reminder for you guys that The Sims 3 Dragon Valley is coming out in just 1 week. on the Sims 3 store May 30th. I'm very, very excited, and I hope you are too. I'm also very happy to re-announce that it's also coming out in retail stores and Origin worldwide starting August 6th of this year.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Lisa. That world is looking great. And just want to make it clear, that's like 1 week from today that it comes out, right?
1 week?
Excellent.
1 week from possibly this live chat. Wow.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks for joining us. All right, guys, you heard it here first. You saw it here first. The Sims 3 Dragon Valley releasing a week from today. Baby dragons in The Sims. Can you believe that? What more could you want? It's awesome. All right, so I have a few more announcements to cover from the Sim Studio before we wrap up today's broadcast. I wanted to clarify a few things going on in the world of The Sims. A few of you may have gotten emails from Facebook over the last week regarding The Sims 3, The Sims Social, or The Sims Medieval, and I wanted to take this opportunity to clear up any questions or concerns you guys had about this. What's happening is that the Sims 3 community team is actually doing a little spring cleaning. They're cleaning up our social channels, and we're actually going to be merging The Sims 3, The Sims Medieval, and The Sims Social all into one mega one-stop shop for all things Sims. It's going to be the Sims Facebook page. So whether you have questions about The Sims 3, The Sims 3 Store, The Sims Medieval, The Sims Social, or you might have a question about The Sims 4 over the next year, who knows. So that's right, the Facebook page is now going to just be The Sims, and we're going to be rolling out this change in the coming weeks. So make sure if you guys see the Sims 3 page disappear, it's actually just becoming The Sims 3. So make sure to keep a lookout. This is going to be your one-stop shop for all the details about anything Sims. It's going to be really cool. Lots of great content coming up on it. And then actually in the coming months, we're going to be rolling out a similar change to Twitter. Our @TheSims3 user account is going to be changing to just The Sims. We're one big happy family here in the Sim Studio. So thanks for tuning in today. We had a great broadcast. Lisa was here. She showed off the amazing Dragon Valley world coming from the store next week. And then we also introduced Rachel Franklin, the executive producer on The Sims 4. We're so excited to share with you guys more details throughout the summer of The Sims 4 and get you guys more in tune with that game. And don't forget, our next live broadcast is coming on June 18th, about a month away. We're going to cover more Sims 4 stuff. We're going to introduce some new members of the dev team, and we're also going to have a live demo of the Sims 3 Island Paradise. It is so cool, you guys. For the first time ever, we're going to show you how our Sims can go underwater. It's a really breathtaking expansion, and I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on it. So make sure to tune in in June 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be blasting Sims Island Paradise. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been a great show. We love having you guys. If you have any more questions that weren't answered today, make sure to hit us up on Twitter. All the Sim Gurus have accounts. We're excited to talk to you guys, answer your questions, or jump into the forums and get some good conversations going. We're excited to bring you Dragons, Island Paradise, all kinds of great stuff through the summer. And then in 2014, The Sims 4. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time.